Alrighty. Hello, hello, hello. Incredible greetings. Incredible greetings, incredible greetings. All right, we're gonna wait for some of you guys to get in. This is a live broadcast. So if you are watching the playback of this, it is going to be a slight moment before the actual demonstration begins because we are live for this tutorial and demonstration. And we had to build an audience so that we can teach to the people and not teach to a blank to an empty room. And we're not just talking to the screen. We are an interactive learning institution over here. So we like when we do live videos, like to try and get our audience in first. Also, just gives them some time for those who are watching live, so they don't miss too much of it. Hopefully, they get their notifications in time. They don't miss too much of it. But of course, the playback is always here. All right. We are going to do the silhouette version of the 2024 trending Mother's Day photo frame. The basic one, so not necessarily the template that has like the collage within the letters. We're just doing the basic standard one, and we're going to do it in Silhouette Studio. I did a video a little bit before this. 365 Creative Academy. There is a tutorial on how to do this in Canva if you are someone who prefers to do it in Canva. We showed the professor way. We showed both ways. So you get to see the professor way of doing it over in Canva. Now we're going to work on this same trending design in Silhouette Studio. That's my program of choice, of course. All right, there we go. I'm just now getting my notification. So that means the notification should be going out to you guys. That's how long it took. It took about 3 minutes, almost 3 minutes for me to get my own notification. So, all righty. So I did my post to be able to share this out. All right, so just going to share. Just give me a moment and we are going to get started. As you guys are coming in, drop your city and state. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know if you have seen these in the groups or not. If you have not seen them in the groups, let me know if you have. Let me know if you have tried them already. Let me know what design program are you using. How are you using them? Are you making canvases? Are you just putting it in a frame? Are you putting it on a mug or on a tumbler? Are you sublimating it to a photo, a photo panel? If you have just designed them or you're considering them, what substrate did you consider putting it on? Okay, there we go. All shared out. Now I just got to get back into my StreamYard. All right, there we go. Hello, hello, hello. Incredible greetings. That's my city girl, period. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for supporting from both platforms, Facebook and YouTube. Thanks for tapping in from Minnesota. Yes, we have. Hey, 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 Cora. Hello from Omaha, Nebraska. How are you, Lou? Incredible greetings. Hello, hello. Incredible greetings from Sacramento. I use Silhouette and I've done it on shirts, embroidery, and summation. Wait, you've done the photo frame embroidery? Did you embroider, like, did you print it with like Jet Pro 3G or something and embroider around it? That's pretty cool. Watching from Illinois. Hello, hello. From Phoenix. How art thou? Thank you for tapping in. If I can get you guys to give this video a thumbs up, y'all know that whenever the professor comes on, it is going to be well worth a like. Even though we have not gotten into anything yet, you don't have to wait to the end. Whenever I ever come on live, especially with a pre-planned class or, instruction, tutorial, demonstration, and you have not gained value, that alone, we know that it is worth it to go ahead and smash that like button in the beginning. Let's not wait to the end, because you're going to be so caught up in this tutorial that you might forget when you get to the end. We get to the end. So go ahead, give it a thumbs up now. Check that subscribe button. See if you are subscribed. If not, as the Trez would say, stop shacking up with your girl. Go ahead and make a commitment to the channel and hit subscribe. And share it out. If you have any crafty friends, creative friends, y'all have been talking about this, discussing this, go ahead, watch this together, do a little review, do a little recap afterwards with your crafty friends, your accountability partners, okay? All right. Hey, hey, hey. Welcome, welcome. Incredible greetings. Thank you for tapping in from VA. Hello, hello, hello. All right. So the timer says 7:53. So we're going to go ahead and just make it like a nice round number. We're going to start the tutorial right at 10 minutes. So with that being said, let's go on over here real quick. Not going to stay over here too long, but let's head on over to our website. Let me get this out of the way now. All right. Wait a minute. There we go. So if you have not visited our website is shop.hsinc365.com. Again, that is shop.hsinc365.com. That is where you can get access to our amazing, incredible sublimation paper and ink. Our sublimation paper allows you to sublimate as low as 365 degrees, as fast as 30 seconds. No butcher paper is required because it does not bleed through the back. So as long as you're not doing a project where you have exposed ink, you don't have to worry about covering it up, or unless your substrate may leave some type of residue on your heat press, then you definitely want to cover it, like those microfiber towels. All orders before 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time get processed the same day. We also have digital files, and you can also access all of our classes. Guys, if you have not taken a class with me and you're just kind of like, maybe kind of sort of wanna, now this is the ultimate class. Everybody needs to take this one. You get way more than just learning the program. I mean, it's really setting you up to be a phenomenal designer and just really getting a clear understanding of what it takes and what do you have to do, and just kind of finding your own design voice. So definitely look into signing up for Essential Silhouette Studio. We will be back into live refresher sessions in July, but sign up now, start watching the old sessions so you're a little bit caught up by the time July comes around. Also, if you want to just kind of try out and just see my teaching style, see if I am a good fit for you to help you learn to navigate designing, check out our design challenges. They were well worth it, $5.63, and you're getting on average 2 hours of instruction for just $5.63. So definitely check out the design challenges, and that way you can see if I'm going to be a good fit to help you with learning how to design and learning to navigate Silhouette Studio. All right. So we're a little bit past 10 minutes, but so we're going to go ahead and jump right into this. So I'm going to head on over to Silhouette Studio. And this is where we're going to create this design. All right. If you're ready, say you're ready. I got to know that you guys are here. You are attentive. You are ready to learn. What first? So we're going to have to wait a little bit. So we'll probably start right at 15, right? Because I got a couple questions. One, what design program are you guys mainly using right now? And two, just let me know. Are you ready? Are you ready to learn something new? Well, it might be new to some and not to others. It might just be a refresher for some others who've seen this because we've done this before. This is trending right now, but it's not something that's new. We've actually gone and showed how to crop images to the letters before. All right, y'all. Y'all got to wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Well, there we go. Y'all are starting to come in. We're ready. We're ready. We're ready. Okay, we're ready. We're ready. I know some more of y'all out there. Y'all got to be ready. And don't forget to hit the like button and check and see if you are subscribed. Have you guys, okay, I know some people have already answered, but just for those who are just coming in now, have you guys been seeing this all over the Facebook craft groups? Silhouette Studio, ready. I am ready, or I'm ready. Have you guys been seeing it in the groups? Silhouette Studio, Photoshop, Affinity Photo, okay. Did any of you guys here who are watching live, did you catch the Canva version of this? Seeing it everywhere. Yes, in all the craft groups. Yep. How many of you guys caught the Canva version of this? Yes, I've been seeing it. I intend on doing it. I mean, I don't plan on doing any, but others have asked about designing them. Nope, missed the Canva version. Definitely go check that out on our sister channel, Honestly Speaking. I've seen it everywhere, but I was waiting for you. I won't be doing like the actual like printing it out and making it, because you can choose to do that, in whatever form or fashion. It doesn't matter the substrate that you use. Like I said, you can press it, maybe distress the edges and press it to a shirt. I've seen people put it on a mug, on a tumbler. Some people are just printing it out and framing it. Some people are putting it on canvases, like they're wrapping canvases. I've seen someone sublimate it to a flat canvas, the sublimation photo panels. So you're not limited in what you will do with the design once you have completed it, okay? You caught the end of our live video doing this in Canva. I caught the Canva version. I missed the Canva version. Definitely go check that out. Seeing it all over. Thank you guys so much for the engagement. It definitely helps the platform, especially since I haven't been doing a lot of live videos, just working a lot of stuff like on the back end. Your support definitely helps with like just kind of really getting that algorithm back in my favor. So thank you guys so much for all of the engagement via likes, comments, and even shares. All right. I'm trying to just kill time, like 30 minutes. 30 seconds, I mean. We're going to start right at 15. So I know the timestamp of where we're going to start the actual tutorial, so I can put it in afterwards. And again, thank you guys so much for tapping in. You could be doing anything. You could be watching anything. You could be learning anything. But you decided to click on the notification for your girl, so I greatly appreciate it. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's get started, guys. We are in Silhouette Studio. For this particular design, you do not have to have Designer Edition Designer Plus, Business Edition, everything that we are going to do to create this can be done from the free version of Silhouette Studio. You also don't need a Silhouette machine to do this design or to use Silhouette Studio in general. I have quite a few. I really think over half of my students are actually hybrid to where they design in Silhouette Studio, but they have Cricut machines or they have other cutting machines. So you can use Silhouette Studio as a graphic designing program. And again, like I said, you don't need the paid upgrade to do this particular design and be able to print from it. Now, if you want to be able to send it off somewhere, there are different options, having business or using like print to PDF for that. But just setting up the design, everything. So like in Canva, you would need a pro to do certain things. You don't need Canva. You don't need a pro edition for this at all. The only thing that you're not going to be able to do, if you did catch the Canva version, if you didn't, go check that out. But the only thing that you're not going to be able to do is put a drop shadow, meaning the shadow that is blurred off behind it. Now we can do a vector shadow, which you can probably somewhat see behind these words. So you see right there, and there was actually a shadow on this. Let me ungroup it. There we go. I'm like, what happened to my, because I used the actual shadow feature for this one. So it wasn't showing up. But there is a shadow. There is a shadow. There we go on that one as well. I forgot to release it. So you can do a vector shadow, but you can't do the shadow that blurs off, okay? In Silhouette Studio, you're not limited to the font that you can use. Now, it is going to be best to use a nice chunky font. That way you're not cutting off, you have more surface space to make sure that you can move the pictures around and fit it, inside there nicely, so that nothing's kind of getting cut off, like the cutoff isn't in weird areas, things of that nature. So nice chunky fonts are going to work best. We don't want to use a script font for this. We don't want to use anything that is too thin or narrow for this, okay? But any font can be used. You're going to go over to the A on the left-hand side. That is how you initiate text. You're going to click on that. Well, hover over, click on that, and then you're going to see this blue crossbar. You're going to click on the screen. It's going to turn, depending on how far you're zoomed in, you may see a flashing blue line, or the circle may be the bigger element, but the flashing blue line is definitely there. It's just that, what my point size is at. So I'm going to put this in all caps. I'm going to hit caps lock, M-O-M. You can do Nana, you can do grandmother, you can do mother, mommy. Depending on how many pictures you have will most likely determine like how many characters you use. I'm going to keep it real simple because I only picked out 3 pictures, and we're going to use the word mom, okay? So once I click on that, now if I click off, you see that is really, really small. It's like 0.18. That's just because of the point size over here. So it's at 12. I'm going to go ahead and just take this up to like 200. All right, that's still kind of small. I'm going to expand it. I'm one to where I like to design really, really big, and then I'll scale it back down. Now, if you want, you can go ahead and make your box and like whatever size frame you're going to use, and then start, designing within that that space. But I like to design all of my elements separately in really, really large scale, and then I can always scale them down. That's just my preference, okay? But you don't have to do it that way, okay? So we're going to go through. I'm going to use Gotham Black. That is the font that I use for this. So that is Gotham Black. I don't remember where I got this font from, but that's the one for here. Normally, when you're thinking about bolder fonts, people like to use Impact. Impact is really narrow. I wouldn't recommend Impact for something like this. You want nice, bold, thick, wide fonts for this, all right? So we're going to go with Gotham. My students know we duplicate, 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 duplicate. If you're a student of mine, am I telling a lie, or am I being very honest? Do I not preach duplicate, duplicate, duplicate in our classes? So we're going to go ahead and duplicate this. This allows you to keep this in text format so that you don't forget what the font was. You'll always have it in font, like text format, or editing format. because once we ungroup this, you're not going to be able to see what that font is, okay? So we're going to click on that and we're going to right click and ungroup because I want to adjust it. Or technically I could also adjust it by going over to the A on, we're back over here on the A on this side, and we can adjust our character spacing and make it go a little bit closer. So you can do it that way before you ungroup it. So I'll do it that way and then ungroup, but you can always just move it over. So I'm actually going to just move my M over some, probably too much. And then I'm just going to distribute evenly. And there we go. So it's a little bit closer. All right. Now we're going to put our pictures inside. Now, if you have Designer Edition or above and your pictures are already, like you've already pulled them in onto your screen. So you've either merged them in or you've drag and dropped them. You can use the properties dropper, right? So you click on that, it's going to fill it in. We just have to make some adjustments and things to it. But for the most part, it's filled in. But we're showing you how to do this the absolute free way. So you're going to go File Merge, or you're going to drag and drop them right into Silhouette Studio. I'll just demonstrate how you do that real quick. We're going to come over here. This is a random picture. We're just going to click, bring this down to the Silhouette icon, bring it over here, drop it. All right. So now that's there. Okay. You can also do that and just drop it right into the letters. If you did not know that, you can drag and drop right into the letters. I'm going to demonstrate that. We're going to come back over here to my downloads. And here, let's just take this picture. I'm going to bring it down to the S, come over to the O, hover over it, let it go. It is right in there, and you are able to do that from the free version. I'll show you. I'm going to go View in Standard Edition. Okay, we're going to come back over here. We're going to grab another picture. See, even in the free version, it works. You don't have to have the upgrade, but I highly recommend the upgrades. So let's go back to my business edition. All right, so that's one way that you can do it. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to place my image here. Okay, I'm actually going to just remove this image, remove the color, okay? And I'm going to line this up so I don't have to necessarily pan it. So just looking through, I can see where the O is, and I can position them right where I want them to be at, right in that O. Then I'm going to click off of my image. I'm going to click and drag up. So we're click, hold down your mouse key and drag up. That's going to select my image and my letter. Then I'm going to come over here to our modify panel. I'm going to move this because I want to keep this open. So I'm going to use this a couple times. And we're going to hit crop. Boom, done. So this is set. I don't have to adjust it. I don't have to move it. Whereas with this one, because I use the properties dropper, I don't want MJ, there. I want to spread it out to where I just have my mom and my grandmother, right? And you'll figure out that out, with your pictures and how you want to maneuver things. You can flip, you can rotate them, all sorts of things. To do that, again, available from the free version, we're going to go to the color palette. So it looks like an artist palette. We're going to click on that. And we're going to click on the one that has all the little dots. That's your patterns tool. Right now, it is stretched. I want to go to maintain aspect ratio. That's going to keep it proportional. It's not going to stretch it out. So see, my grandmother's face looks pretty long. I'm going to go here and see now it's spread it out how it's supposed to look. All right. Then we're going to go to scale and just make this a little bit bigger. I can go to pan and then move this around so that I can move MJ and make sure that their faces are nicely in that M. There we go. And then on this side, we'll do the crop one. So I'm just going to place this here. Go ahead and just increase that size. I don't want to cut off her nose. I think right there is going to be good. Okay, select it. Or you can click on the letter, hold down Shift and click on the image, or click on the image, hold down Shift, click on the letter. More than one way to select multiple items. And then we're going to crop. Now that is in that space. If I wanted to flip this, you either have to flip the image before, or once you're here, you have to come to patterns and then you're going to mirror it and it will flip it to the other side. But it makes my grandmother's face look weird. So we're going to flip it back. And I'm just going to maybe pan this a little bit. I think I probably want her about there. Okay. Our pictures are in. They're in there now. Now we need to put an outline around it. A couple ways that can be done. You can do it with your line style. So normally we come up here to apply a line color, right? And then you'll adjust your weight or your thickness here. But I want you to go over to the line style in the right side panel because you have more options there. Right now, it's to the front. If I were to make this bigger, I'm going to lose part of the image. Okay, the bigger I make this, the more of the image that I lose, right? What we want to do is send that to the back. And it doesn't affect the image in the front, and I can now make this as big or small as I want. Other options is right now, my corners are rounded. I want to make them pointed, or I can make them beveled. Okay, so we're going to go just the pointed ones, and no matter how big I make this, if I make this 100, it's just going to give me a really big outline behind it. I'm going to bring this down to maybe about 30, so a nice thin outline, maybe 40. All right, everybody's number for this will be different because it's determined by how big your element is when you apply the thickness or when you do the offset, which we're going to do next. So that's one way. The other way is to select it. And then you're going to come over to offset, which is right here, this star. Okay, there we go. Make sure you guys can hear me. I got kicked out of StreamYard on my phone. I had to come back in. So you're going to come over here to the offset. Can you guys still hear me? And we're going to go offset. And I want this to be corner. And I'm going to adjust my distance. And you're going to be able to physically see like how thick that is. So you can just move this slider up and down and get an idea of how thick you want that offset to be. If you want your letters to overlap with your offset to overlap. If not, then you would make it smaller, or you would spread if you want a thick offset but don't want them to overlap, then you just need to spread your letters out more. So you have more control. I feel like you have more control with Silhouette Studio. So we're going to take this and bring it down and hit apply. And once we apply that, we can go ahead and apply the color. The good thing with the offset, and also when you make sure that they don't connect, is each of these it's its own over here as well. But you can go in and just under the regular fill, you can just change the color. Okay, if you want them all to be different colors. So I'm going to click on each one, hold down Shift. It's going to make it pink, which I don't know why I didn't make it yellow because, well, one, my grandmother's, her favorite color is yellow. The other one, her favorite color is blue. And we're just going to group these together and remove the line color. So I can remove the line color on that one. Over here, it is the line color. So that's the part that can get, some people get frustrated with it because they're not used to using line color like fill, and they go and like turn all the line colors off, and then now their outline has gone away. I like the offset one. So we have that. And now that we have it grouped together, we're going to do another offset. So again, we're doing this for you automatically, but it will, I mean, it's a little bit different. So I'm going to do this the manual way that anybody can do if you have, Silhouette Studio downloaded and installed. So you're going to click on that offset. I'm going to put another offset, but I want it to be really, really small. So I'm going to go like 0.125, okay? Or maybe just 0.1 for what I want to do, probably 0.1, and apply. I'm going to add black. I'm going to turn off my line color, and I'm going to take my transparency down and then move this. Oops. I'm going to use my arrow key first to just get it down. And then I can move this wherever I want it to go. If I want it at the top and to the left, if I want it to the top and to the right, if I want it bottom and to the right, bottom and to the left, I'm able to move that wherever I want it to be. Okay. And then once we have that, we're going to just go ahead, group everything together. You're going to create your background image, depending on how you're designing this and what size you're going to make a box that's going to be that size. You're going to fill that in, same way we did with the others with your background image. For this effect, it's a couple different ways. I don't want to get too deep in it. I'll probably do a video just about creating this effect. You just have to basically merge the techniques in both videos together. That way this one isn't too long. But one of the basic ways is I'm going to just do this one. I'm going to ungroup it. Oops, no. I'm going to ungroup it. Oh, I didn't realize I had 3 of these. So this is just the original image. This is a pink box. So you would just duplicate this. So we're just going to copy, paste in front. You would choose the color that you want that to be, and then drop the transparency on it. Okay. You can also do that with black and white. So you can click on your image, go over to the image effects where it says grayscale. Again, available in the free version. Take that grayscale down and place this on top, and it's a different look. All right. We can adjust this transparency some more. Like I said, there's a couple different, like what you see here is like 3 different well, of course, there's 3 different techniques here, but that's like your basic one as far as just making it look like a different color. Or you can have your pink in the background and your image on top, and adjust, like leave this one at full strength. And you see how different that is and how much more vibrant the color is. So you can do it that way as well. But whichever method you choose, you just want to have it sized up. You're going to take your mom. If it's not to the front, bring it to the front. And then you can add whatever text you want. You can put a message and then put love and all the kids' names or grandkids' names. My grandmother has passed, so it just says you are loved, which this is supposed to be a capital L, loved, treasured, and missed. And the only thing about me changing this is I did my shadow using offset. So once I changed it, it changed the shadow. So now I have to go in and do it again. But I'm going to use the shadow feature for this one. So we're going to go here, turn on my shadow, make it dark, pan it. Oh, wait, I know why I used the offset. I didn't like how thin this was. So wait a minute. No, we're going to turn the shadow off, and I am going to just go ahead and do it the offset way. 0.075, apply, black, transparency, move it down, And I want to right click and go ahead and group that together. No line color, and just adjust my transparency a little bit more. And there we go. Well, so of course you would just type out your text and then add any effects that you want to it. But that's how you do it in Silhouette Studio. If you watch both the Canva version and Silhouette version, which is your preference? Duplicate is great practice. Yes, duplicate. She's speaking truths. Yes. I'm always preaching. Oh, wait a minute now. I'm always preaching to my students. Duplicate, 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 duplicate. Any questions for me before we hop off? Speak now, forever hold thy peace. Hey, 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 INKcredible greetings. How art thou? Did I add the flourishes to the font? Well, that particular font has glyphs. So they're included with this particular font. Now, in order to access the glyphs, you do have to have the paid version of Silhouette Studio. So this particular font does have various glyphs, and the little flourishes is one of the options here. You have to scroll down to find it, but that's within this particular font. Take that away. I'm just going to click it here because I don't know where in the heck it's at on there. So I just click that and it adds it to it. Silhouettes is my preference. You don't have to save, bring file back in just to add pics. So no, right now, Jackie, we are live. I mean, you will have the playback of this whenever I go live like this. If I'm going to do a live video, I'm not going to delete it. So yeah, this one you can go back and replay. Yep, this same concept can be used for graduation. It can really be used for anything. It's so funny to me that these come up around like grad and Mother's Day and stuff like that, but this can literally be used all year long. It can be used for memorials. It can be used for sports teams. You want to do something different when it comes to sports teams, spell out the team and put the players in there. It can be used for birthdays, put, how old they are. And put pictures in there like leading up to that age. Maybe have a picture of them like at that age, which becomes the back picture. You can do just names. You literally can do this with anything, but for some reason it's not trending. It doesn't come up, like people aren't doing them, or just not at the volume that you see during this time of year. Like you don't see it at this rate throughout the year, but this is something that can be done all year long. You could literally create a business where this is what you do. Like your specialty, your niche is making photo collages or doing the photo frames, and you're doing them for anything. If they're into sports, putting action shots of them playing their sport. If they are in dance, ballet, whatever it is, you can just do this and design, print, and create different items with this technique. This was a great tutorial. We'll have to try this. You made it look very user-friendly. Thank you, Cassie. Or is it Casey? Casey or Cassie? Although it's not like I'm going to hear you back because you'll probably say it. I still won't really know which way it's supposed to be. All right. So what I'm going to do a little bit different. I'm going to do a quick recap for those who may be like, okay, there was too much. Like I got a little lost. we're just going to do a real quick recap of what we did here. You're going to start off with your text. You're going to type it out. You're going to choose whatever font you want to use. We recommend using a thicker font, something that has something that's like a little thickness to it. And you're going to type out whatever word, whatever sentiment you want to have in your design. You're going to type that out. Then you're going to right click and ungroup, and then you're going to go ahead and fill it in with your images. So I'm going to just fill this in with the same image over and over and over again. So we're going to place it where we want it, scale it up. I'm going to move this down. I think they were more so like this. Then you're going to drag and select, go to modify and crop. Okay, you can also, if you have Designer Edition, use your properties dropper, sample the picture. You'll just have to go into your patterns folder, maintain aspect ratio, scale it, and pan it. You can also drag and drop and do the same thing. Oops, make sure you click on it, scale it, pan it. Okay. Then we're going to select it, go over to our offset, go to offset, make this as big or as small as you would like it to be. You can keep it corner or you can round it off, hit apply, and then fill it in with the colors of your choice. They can be different colors. They don't have to be the same color. They can be different colors. So you would fill that in. And then we're going to do another offset. Apply, fill it in with black. Take our transparency down. Use my arrow key to bring it down so I can click and group it together. Turn off my line color. There we go. And then add your background and your words. So there's the quickie version for those who kind of like, you're familiar with, you just kind of need to know the clicks. And then the beginning part, we kind of broke down. The first way we broke down all of the different components and why, the whys and the hows of how to do this. Okay. All right. So no other questions. Thank you guys so very much for joining me for this tutorial. Let me know, or I want to see when you guys create something, tag me in it or post it in the group. Or tag me like in a comment or something like that, just so I can see what you guys created. If you're going to sublimate this, why not sublimate with the best? Visit our website, shop.hsink365.com. That's where you're going to find our Honestly Speaking sublimation paper and ink. If you did not know, the pre-sale or the pre-order is back for the rolls, especially if you're looking for those tacky rolls. It's going to be a little minute. I haven't been on for a whole week to really promote it. I think on there it gives a cutoff date of May 20. April 28th, I think it is. But I haven't really been online to kind of promote or send out the email, so we may have to extend that. So it's May 10th. So the cutoff date will be May 10th. That was enough time for people to go get their pre-orders in, and once we close it off on May 10th, then we'll place the order. So you have to allow 8 to 10 weeks, but this just ensures that you get the paper when it comes in. You don't have to wait if it sells out. Like last time, it sold out fast for what we had ready to ship. So if you do the pre-order, you're guaranteed to get your paper. So if you did not know, the pre-order is back open, and also the fast dry is posted. I don't know how I did not include that the first time, but the fast dry rolls are available. Those are ready to ship. The fast dry is ready to ship. Okay. I've been meaning to ask you what's a good sublimation printer. Unfortunately, if you're looking for Epson, I don't have a valuable like conversion option. If you're looking to kind of stay economical, right now my recommendation is to look into true sublimation printers, whether it is the Epson 70, the F570. Those are kind of like my recommendations now. If you want to do just a regular desktop one, want to kind of save a little bit of coins, it will be the 16600, 16650. They are $1,000 printers, but for color, like for better colors and color accuracy, that's going to be my recommendation. I'm not real big on any of the other eco tanks like the 15,000. Can you use them? Yes. Do I recommend them? No. But that's up to you. You can technically use any Epson printer. But if you're saying what's my recommendation, it's going to be the ET 16600, 16650. If you're looking for wide format, if you're like, hey, I'm okay with 8.5 inches wide, the Epson F170, or get the Epson F570. These are all smaller wide format printers, okay? All righty, guys. Until next time, have a great one. Continue to unlock your creativity and be incredible. Peace.